Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We continue. We were talking about writing earlier, and writing has always been more than just storytelling. And for many authors, books are a powerful tool to reflect society, highlight real life issues, and inspire meaningful change in the way people think and live. Now, through fiction and non-fiction alike, authors are able to explore themes like, for example, identity and culture, and inequality, resilience, and hope. And these stories often connect deeply with the readers and can spark important conversations within communities. This afternoon, we are joined by author Farah-Dinah, who will share her perspective on writing with purpose, how stories can influence society, and the responsibility that comes with being a storyteller. Farah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to you.
Wa alaikum salam. Jazakallah for having me on your show.
And Jazakallah for your time as well. Farah, what inspired you to become an author, and what message do you hope to share through your writings?
Well, I've been drawn to writing from a young age. I was one of those kids in school that loved essay writing. And over that time, passion grew into something more meaningful. Many years ago, I began working on a deeply personal book about my own life journey, which I'm still in the process of completing. And along the way, I've published Soulful Sentiments, a collection of inspirational sayings, and Beyond Her Silence, which is a collection of women's stories that reflect shared experience and unspoken emotions. And through my writing, I hope to remind readers that they're not alone in what they feel or they face. I believe there's real power in shared stories, and my aim is always to inspire, to uplift, and offer words of hope, healing, and encouragement to those who need it the most.
Okay. How do you decide which social issues or themes to include in your stories?
It's not really a structured thing for me, and I don't think it's like that for a lot of authors. They come from real life stories, from what I've experienced, from stories that I see and hear around me. I try and pay attention to what people are going through, especially the things that are often left unsaid. If something feels real and meaningful, if it reflects truth, vulnerability, and the possibility for growth, then I try and write about it. And I'm drawn to themes that people can relate to and derive some benefit from, themes that gently encourage deeper reflection, understanding, and most importantly, compassion.
Okay, lovely. Jazakallah for that. And also, in your view, how can storytelling influence readers' perspectives or bring about social change?
Storytelling has a special way of reaching people. When someone connects emotionally with a story, they start to see things through someone else's eyes. And often, I think they recognize parts of their own journey through other people's stories. It could be something that they're going through too, and that's where the empathy, understanding, and reflection begins. The shift in perspective is so powerful. It challenges how we think, how we break down stigmas, and it opens up conversations that might not have otherwise happened. Social change, real change, often starts with awareness. And storytelling creates that awareness. It feels personal, it feels honest and lasting.
Okay. Final question, the challenges. What are the challenges to the authors face when writing about sensitive or real-life societal issues, Farah?
I think one of the biggest challenges is finding the balance between being honest and being sensitive. When you're writing about real life issues, especially ones that are painful or deeply personal, there's a responsibility to handle those stories with care, with respect and authenticity. There's also a level of vulnerability, both for the writer and for the people whose experiences are being shared. It can be very emotionally heavy to revisit, difficult moments in a way and relive them. I experienced this while compiling and editing Beyond Her Silence. It was so important for me to stay true to the writer's stories. Even when edits and rewrites were needed, I had to approach it with a deep sense of respect for both the writer and their journey. So even with these challenges, I believe stories need to be told. And we all have stories, and we never really know who might read them, who will find the strength to make a difficult decision, or who will see the situation differently. And when we share them with honesty and integrity, these stories create connection, they create understanding, and they create a sense of healing. And I think that's, the important part of storytelling.
Okay. Farah, jazakallah so much for the information, and you take care. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
You're welcome. Wa alaikum salam.